Oh, under my balls. Something shot out of me real fast for the first time. What up? What up? It's BlackMenVentTV, man. Glad to see y'all, man. We've been having a good time, man.
Old Dirty and Spirit.
Old Dirty, rest in peace, man. You know what I'm saying? What I liked about Old Dirty is he said what the fuck he wanted to say. When he wanted to say it. I really appreciated that.
Yeah.
In a day and time where people were like, I gotta be like this in order to be cool. I gotta do like this. You know what I'm saying? It just feels good to be yourself and at the same time be successful in whatever your endeavors are.
Yeah, I don't think a lot of people get that being yourself thing no more. We all the young people listening, we took pride in that, you know.
Being original.
Yeah, did nobody want to have the same nothing that nobody else had? Did nobody want to walk the same? Did nobody want to, you just didn't want to do it. You just tried to, you know, it was cool. It was cool to be an individual.
I knew it was fucked up when people started wearing white t-shirt. Like it just seemed like every black man in Chicago had dreads and a white t-shirt. It was like I know it was hard on the cops.
yeah. They just lock people up. Hey, we ain't know. It's like they
look the same to me too, man. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, they had the one dude that's there's 20 people, 20 men that were 20 or 29 men that were released from jail that are suing the department and the officer that arrested them all. And they were all released from jail. They were supposed to be doing life bids, but they all were eventually found not guilty in whatever conspiracy of whatever. Basically, the cop planted some shit and sent them to jail, and they all did 20 plus years. And now they're going after the dude. And like Legend just said, I mean, how do you know? You pull up, everybody got on a white t-shirt and dreads. Just pick somebody. You don't know who did the crime.
That's fucked up, dude. That's fucked up.
Very.
I mean, yeah, you know, if I went to a party and I seen somebody with the same jersey I had on, I felt kind of fucked up about that.
Yeah.
You wanted to stick out. You wanted to be.
That's happened to me
original.
About 2 or 3 times. Yeah. Where I've had on something and I went somewhere and somebody else had it on. And I like went home and like threw it out or something.
I'm like, man, I worked at Burger King so many hours to get this Mighty Ducks jersey.
I remember that jersey was shit too.
Yeah, I had a Mighty Ducks jersey.
I had nobody else other than on the movie. No, I didn't see nobody else with that jersey.
That I had a what was the other one? The white, yellow one, and black Penguins. At the hockey jerseys was really, really popular in the 90s, yo. Them shits was dope as fuck.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Jerseys.
Man, I remember my car burnt up and I had just bought them 2 jerseys.
They was in there in the Mustang?
Yes, they was in the Mustang while I was burning up. And they both cost like $130 each. Now back in the 90s, $130 for a shirt was fucking ridiculous. Fucking ridiculous. That was like 3 checks. You dig? Let's get to introductions, man. On my right, your left is the big motherfucking country. What up, dog? Peace. And on my left, your right, Quest 07.
What's good, man?
Beverage.
You good, man?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, you sleeping good?
Beverage.
Yeah, I'm cool, man.
Yeah?
Beverage.
Pretty good week, huh? Yeah, it was kind of up and down for me, man. Like it was frozen, then it was summertime, then it was frozen. What the fuck is going on?
Yeah, I don't know what's good with these ice showers, man. But hey, it's Chi-Town.
It's Chi-Town type shit.
Why y'all keep on blaming it on?
I'm sorry, it's DARPA. It's HARP type shit.
You ain't got to blame.
Are they testing it out on us or what?
You can blame it on whoever you want to blame it on, but it was a fucking ice. It was, what was it, 30 degrees in Houston?
I mean, but seriously, we have no business being colder than
Antarctica.
The Antarctic, right?
Yeah. Like seriously, dude.
No, we don't. And then I was trying to tell people, I was trying to explain the legend. You don't, when the storm comes through, it's a couple of days. It gradually takes you into it. You don't just wake up one day and it's like
59 below.
Right. Or right. You don't just do that unless there's some Mickey Ficky going on. and then the next day, the next 2 days, there's nothing. No, storms don't do like that.
I don't understand. Right. I mean, Chicago weather always been fucking crazy. I never understood how a place that can get negative 59 degrees be 90 something in the summer. You know what I'm saying? It's like, it's hard to believe that all this shit is going to be like an Arctic wasteland in a couple months, because we only got like a couple months of summer anyway.
Yep.
No goddamn palm trees, yet we pay a lot of taxes on. We still ain't figured that shit out. What up, Derwin? We see you, bro. You know what I'm saying? We taking calls tonight. I am Mr. Legend. Why y'all always forget to tell me to introduce myself? I am Mr. Legend, and this is BlackMenVentTV. If you want to call in and ask a question, we have a phone number for you. It's 850-706-0615. You dig? I'm gonna go ahead and put that shit in the chat in a second, man. Tonight's topics, man. At the beginning of the news,
which one? Which part?
I'm gonna just start out with the obvious. Trump has called a state of emergency for the country.
With no emergency.
There's no emergency. I don't know, y'all. It just seems that the government is a fucking circus right now. Like,
yeah. I mean,
do you feel in danger?
Yes.
Are there Mexican troops?
No, I'm not worried about Mexicans. I'm worried about Russians and the Chinese.
The Russians, sneaky fucking Russians.
Yeah, the Russian. Look, if you don't know how espionage and all that shit goes,
it's real.
It's like chess. Somebody will conquer, and then there's somebody in the back, real quiet, and they'll stay back there, real quiet, until everything calm down, and then they'll be like, "Gotcha, bitch," and and that's how espionage works. Russia, the wall got torn down a long time ago, and they no weapons, no army, no nothing, and everything was cool. And then all of a sudden, Putin, he got a long story of some of the shit that he's done. All of a sudden, he pops up, and he's been the president for 5 million years over there, and all that stuff. So
that motherfucker, man.
If you don't know, China owns a great deal of things in the United States of America. If you go to Jamaica, it might as well be called China.
Okay.
You can ask real Jamaican about it, but and if you ever what's the Red Dawn?
Yeah,
the movie Red Dawn. If when the Asian troops
not alive
just
when
came
Red Dawn
in and took over the northern hemisphere, the northern part of the United States. And all of
they were Russian, right?
It was Russian.
Okay.
No, they weren't Russian. They were Chinese.
In Red Dawn,
they were Chinese.
I thought they were
the original.
They were Chinese.
Okay, I got.
They were Chinese in both of them.
I have to go back and watch it.
They were Chinese
in both of them.
In both, they were Chinese, and this is why China was. What are they trying to buy?
I remember him asking
Nebraska
a white dude, "Is it Austin or Houston?"
You talking about Patrick Swayze or Charlie Sheen? Or what was it?
I don't know. It was in Red Dawn. I was a little kid. I was like,
I have to go back and watch it.
There's nothing funny about this movie.
It was China with both of them, and what they were explaining in the movie, China had already owned a bunch of everything in the United States, and they got cool with the president and
sounds familiar.
Decided they were going to do a hostile takeover, and they did it just like Pearl Harbor. Everything was good, and nobody know, and then told the damn thing.
How did it sound when it came in?
So,
oh shit. But yeah, I mean, the political climate right now, I mean, just America, period, just seems like it's not real. It's a lot of bullshit going on that people are just going to work to, like, oh, okay, cool.
Yeah, it could be that, and it could be just, I don't know, like, I think people are just starting to come out in the forefront now. Like it's just becoming more obvious as far as like everything that's already been there. People have grown bold.
Yeah, I think more men are becoming more bold.
Yeah, I mean, Trump, he definitely made it okay for people to really show themselves.
Yeah, you You got that right.
You know, which you know what, I can appreciate that. I mean, it's
that's
like
the only thing that I appreciate about that dude. You know, he says some silly shit, and he's always said some silly shit. I appreciate the fact that he comes out and says what he says. He don't have to say it that way, being that the position that he's in, he should have a lot more cool. And
that
Trump is Trump. Man.
You know, he should. You know, and that's not the time and the place to do that. You know, but I appreciate that side of him.
It's one thing, and here's two things. Okay, one thing is that he promised the wall in his campaign. All right. One thing what you don't see politicians do is follow through on their campaign promises. And I'm pretty sure his supporters right now are seeing him really going hard for his, even though he said Mexico was going to pay for that wall, we're paying for that fucking wall. And what people don't realize right now is when the president calls a state of emergency, he can bypass Congress and do what the fuck he want to do. All right. A state of emergency is like Pearl Harbor came down. Okay, boom, boom, boom. We don't have time to say, I want to go to war. You're going to pass it through the Senate, or you're going to pass it through the House. Mm-hmm. Okay, then everybody agree. Everybody, okay. We don't have time for that. So that's what this is for. But here's something that people need to realize. If you can call a state of emergency and there's no emergency and then make a law, because he's calling the state of emergency to get more money because he didn't get enough money with the budget that they passed. Okay. They only gave him like 1.5 billion for the wall. He wanted like 5.
He got the other 5. That's what the other government shutdown was supposed to be about.
Right. Right now, what he's doing is like, yo, I'm gonna get the rest of the money by calling the state of emergency, so I don't have to get it past Congress. Okay. So what a lot of people don't understand is that this has opened Pandoras Box. Okay. So Trump, you can call a state of emergency when there's no emergency, huh? Okay, cool. You're the president, you the boss, dog. We gotta roll with you, regardless if we want to or not. But here's the thing: once a Democrat follows you in office, the next school shooting, that Democratic president says that there's an emergency, we need to ban all guns. Then what are you gonna do? It's okay now, right? It's not okay when you don't agree with it, right? Motherfuckers ain't thinking in the future. Okay, you know, have your fun now, but this shit is America and their democracy. This shit is way off the rails, my nigga. With this shit, you know what I'm saying? This is guerrilla politics going.
Yeah,
it's stupid.
This politics. Is make it up as you go. I mean, with all the bullshit that is swirling around this guy right now, we don't know if it's true or if it's not because we can't trust the media. Okay, but we are following him into no man's land, open up Pandora's box. For what? I guarantee you, I want y'all opinion on the wall, because myself, I think that's gonna be some unfinished shit, some dusty shit.
It was unfinished before.
And time out. Yeah, it wasn't shit before, but time out. Here's why Trump is going for this wall super big time. I guarantee you that his buddies are going to be the ones that build the wall. He's getting these billions so he can hand it off to Halliburton like, hey, bro, I need you to build this wall. Mm-hmm. And we all enjoy the money.
Yep.
Hey, we got these dumb motherfuckers supporting us.
When the
we all going to enjoy the money.
When the Halliburton got off the ground doing
same shit Bush did. Yeah.
That shit blow up situated then. Nobody knew of it, you know. Everybody was just like, "Oh, they're fighting terrorists," and there weren't no terrorists. Osama wasn't even on no terrorist list or back then.
They made all that shit up.
That's they didn't even go looking for him. They just like, and then they flipped it, you know, the narrative. Oh, we're gonna get Saddam. You know, they just however you play the Americans and you play the Americans. What's the movie? I know y'all didn't go see it, but I watched a documentary about it a long time ago. It's about the CIA.
You gonna judge me like that?
You didn't. I know you didn't see it.
I watched.
You ain't going. It ain't a sci-fi movie. You're not going to see it.
I watch Netflix all the time.
It's not on Netflix yet.
Sicario.
No, not Sicario. It's Tom Cruise in the movie. He played the character.
Minority Report.
No, listen to me. It's a true
Vanilla
story.
Sky.
No, Vanilla Sky is not a true story.
It's not.
No, he was a CIA. He
This
was an
recent,
airplane
right?
pilot.
Yeah, I
he
saw
was
it.
an airplane pilot. The CIA recruited him to bring dope in because
What is this movie? What is this movie?
I can't remember the name of
I
it.
think it's called
Somebody tell us what
American
this
something,
movie
right?
is.
American, whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's called American something, but they explained in the movie then about everything that Trump is doing right now. They explained all the way back then. And people, when I went to the show, because a lot of people, they was like, okay, Tom Cruise, they made it look funny in the preview. And people were in there laughing, and I'm looking around like,
Is that it? American Made?
yeah, American Made.
X-Men, check
Good job,
in.
X-Men.
You the man, man.
And I was sitting in there looking at all these people laughing like, this is for real. Y'all don't understand how serious this is. This is really, really for real. And there's been a war on drugs forever. And the CIA started it and do fund it. And people are those drug abusers and those drug, but they made this a crime. They made all this stuff a crime so they can make money and do whatever.
Exactly. That's what they said. They said that Republicans or politicians or whatever, there's always got to be a war on something because war helps the economy. It pays my buddies. War is a good thing. You know what I'm saying? So we can't go to another country and fuck somebody up. Let's do a war on drugs. FDR, let's do a war on poverty. Okay. Oh man, they spreading this way of distributing goods around the world called communism. War on communism. Let's do it. You know what I'm saying? It's all some bullshit, dog.
Yeah.
On a grand scale, and I don't think it benefits any of us, but it does benefit like the 2% or some shit.
Yep.
But the part that trips me out about Americans, you know
what you about to say. Go ahead.
This America is this here. Everything else outside of this right here is the rest of the world. People are looking at us. We supposed to be the superpower. Go ahead and do the thing. We supposed to be the superpower, and we don't look nothing. Other countries, they will, if they got the wrong person in there, they about to Molotov it up. They about to get the dude up out of there. If they got the wrong dude in there, they about to get him up out of there. We just sitting up here saying, yeah, okay, yeah. Oh, state of emergency. Okay, cool. Oh, women can lock dudes up for no reason. Okay, or women can ruin dudes' career and say somebody raped them in college. Oh, okay. Or a man can have to pay for children that aren't theirs for the rest of their life. Oh, okay. I don't understand how anybody on this planet can just go by day and just and think all of this shit is cool. Like we don't have no enemies. The reason other countries hate America because we're spoiled. We're spoiled in ways
and stupid.
Yeah, and that comes along with being spoiled. You know, we're spoiled in a way, and people don't get it. You're comfortable. You're way too comfortable. Like can't nothing happen. It's people that's pissed off that we able to sit here on the couch in the heat when it's 20 degrees outside and we have beverages. Ain't nobody. There's some people right now that don't have no beverages and they ain't sitting on the couch in the heat and afforded a whole bunch of stuff.
That's the thing, though. The ceiling is getting lower and lower.
It is.
As soon as it gets low enough where they say we can't do this right here, that's when we're gonna be like, oh shit, we need to do something. But by then it's gonna be too late.
Yeah, it's gonna be way too late.
Yeah, way too late.
You need permission to go far.
You laughing, but
yeah, I'm laughing, but it's that serious. Can I concentration camps and all that stuff?
You didn't fart $500.
Yep.
You didn't say you was going. You got to fill out these papers if you want to fart.
Or that you're gonna lose a pinky finger.
Yeah, I mean everything they're trying to bring up on Trump, they already knew. I mean, if there is any legitimacy to it, they already knew. I'm pretty sure he probably was even prepped for all of this, man.
Absolutely.
They're not going to impeach that guy.
No, I keep telling
people keep putting that shit on Facebook. I was like, I believe it when I see it.
I mean, you really think they don't know who who's what and what they're affiliated with. Come on, man.
It's like they putting up a straw fight. It's like, yo, y'all. Everybody knows there's no emergency right now. Y'all can't do nothing about that.
Look, Trump.
Everybody can't do nothing about that.
Look, Trump is a billionaire. Like him or not, you don't get to. You don't have that type of lifestyle being a wimp.
Yeah.
Trump is used to people not liking him. He don't give a shit about somebody's opinion. You know what I'm saying? If you look at those people in these high positions or these powerful positions, or they don't give a shit about what somebody say about
what I tell y'all, the maniac nerd. Remember that?
Yeah, they don't really care. So all these speculations and when people talking about Trump, this and whatever.
The government is
it's
useless.
all a smoke screen.
The government is useless. I mean, I mean, a long time ago, y'all should have figured out that they're not really here to protect us, or they're not here for our own good. I've been to countries where the government actually cares about their people, and it feels a lot different. You know what I'm saying? The police ain't really out to get you. You know, you could park somewhere and not have to worry about taking out a mortgage. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I've been to places where I was like, man, the government actually wants these people to do good. You know what I'm saying?
Dude,
where I come from, the government was like, we need to milk the fuck out of y'all, but in order to live our lifestyle. And you know what I'm saying?
And who is this dude? He's a doctor. He goes to the local establishment that I go to, and he explained,
I know who the fuck you is, the swole motherfucker, right? He still go up there?
Yeah.
Oh, God bless that guy.
He explained it to me about people with money. He said they control everything, so they think that I'm not going to see the repercussions of, and my children aren't going to see it, because you got to understand the arrogance of people. Like, if y'all didn't see the Payless commercial, that's a great example of the arrogance and the stupidity of the wealthy. You know, you could tell them, you know, they go in there trying to talk I can tell this animal died of natural causes, and this shoe is, you know, and they broke it out on like, this is bullshit. Somebody made this out of trash bag, and they're like, stop playing. And this is how Americans are right now. You know, so you can feed them some bullshit, they're gonna go for it, but it's gonna bite everybody in the ass at the end. Your children, your children's children, like the children after us. Anybody that's 20 right now, you're like, your life sucks.
Y'all don't know nothing that's
but
real.
Your life is this fucking hell, and I can't even imagine what any 20-year-old, what their life is going to be like when they're fucking 50. I can't imagine that shit. It's gonna have to be, y'all gonna have to be taking it up the ass or something just to make it through the day. Like they're gonna have to, you got to punch the ass clock. You gotta, when you get to work, you going on break it? Nah, man, I gotta punch the ass clock, man, before I get back in. And somebody go tear your asshole apart. And
oh man,
we gotta start standing up for shit that's right, and that's what's supposed to be right. And like Legend was just saying, you go to these other countries and everything is cool because the government understands if the people do good, we do good.
Right, exactly.
The U.S. government is like, I don't care if they do good or bad. We're gonna force them into a position where they have to fend for themselves, and either way, they either gonna kill themselves in crime. Either way, we're gonna make money that way, or they're gonna break their back and put themselves in debt, and we're still gonna make the money. So, you know, it's like that, which is fucking stupid. Like when all of the companies left to go overseas to get their shit made for super cheap, I never understood this. And I never understood how people we're not a superpower. I don't know why people, you know, we used to be, but we're not. Nothing is made here. If China be like, no, we're done.
From what I understand, Trump did some things with that, and China
promised. Let's say
China promised.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, because he, you know,
we gonna see how that plays out.
Me and Kim Jong, you know, we're cool, and you know,
he's the coolest guy you've ever seen. You've never seen anybody so cool.
We're cool.
They'll be like, man, you got to understand how cool he is.
Yeah, you know,
like
we went down to the Chick-fil-A. He paid for everything. Trump be killing me.
Yeah, that's about right.
That's
about right, ain't it?
He sound like a fucking idiot. Like the address he did earlier, I watched about 10 minutes of that shit, and I was like, do anybody in this room know what the fuck he's talking about right now?
I don't think he know. I bet you he's strung out on Oxycontin.
He got to be strung out.
I will bet.
But what I wanted to say
$500
real quick,
gajillion,
what
dog.
I wanted to say real quick,
prescription drugs is running this guy.
I want to bet, because there's a lot of people.
Because if I was him, $1 billion in prescription drugs would be running me. That's way too much.
I've been trying to explain to a lot of people that think Trump is going to get impeached, and people, believe me to be a conspiracy theorist or whatever the hell. Trump he's a businessman, and he has been in business with a lot of people. He knows too many people with dirty secrets. He's not going to jail. He's not going to get impeached. He will pop up sick. Bet me the money. I told everybody about George Clinton, because George Clinton, Bill Clinton, like he about to die.
I was like, man, the Funk Master? No, not him, dog. No, oh hell no, man. Fuck. We got to stand up now.
No, I told her. And the same thing with Hillary. I said, watch. She going to pop up. She going to be sick, and she ain't going to be able to do certain shit. And, like Barry, I said, watch. They're going to make Barry going to get sick, and he ain't going to be fit to, they're going to say he's not fit to whatever the hell. He's not going to jail.
Okay.
He would have went to jail already.
All right. Okay. If there were any chicks watching, they're not watching no more. There was too much politics talk right there. We got rid of them. How was y'all Valentine's Day?
Oh, mine was cool.
Cool. What did y'all do? What you do?
I was at work, and then what did I play? I was playing something on the Xbox. I was playing something.
We used to have a tradition, man. We used to go to the strip club on Valentine's Day every day.
I was trying to remember that shit. I couldn't remember.
Man, but that shit, hey,
that shit is pagan, dog. I don't celebrate.
So what you do, dog?
Chilled out.
Yeah, just
regular day.
Regular day, huh? Yeah. I was playing Apex Legends. We was playing Apex Legends, right?
That's what we was doing?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. Hell yeah, man. Fuck that bullshit, dude. Now, if you are married or if you're in a serious relationship and your woman is really holding you down, I mean, like, damn, you failed a couple times, she held you down. Man, all types of reasons why this woman has demonstrated that she's down with you. That was the day to show your appreciation. In my past, that day with women who I thought that was that way was corny to me, to go out and do some shit and buy some shit. Because number one, we was always going out and doing shit. It wasn't nothing special to us.
Right.
But what it has devolved to is motherfuckers trying to get pussy and
good word, devolved.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? I was like, this is a day to honor people who actually are really genuine in this struggle of a relationship in the world. Not a struggle in the relationship, but the struggle against the world. Like you and your partner share some, not me and you, dog, but just you and your partner, but and you just go ahead and celebrate today. Just take today off and say, hey man, yo, I appreciate what you do for me. And they should feel compelled to shoot that shit right back at you. Yeah, you shouldn't have to tell them. They shouldn't be asking nobody, what should I do for him for Valentine's Day?
Right.
You know what I'm saying? What do you think he like? What should I do? Oh, I know what I'm going to do. They be like, I'm going to go ahead and buy some lingerie for me to show for him. That's my favorite one. Oh, yeah, we got a comment. Hey, hold that thought. I know you about to go the fuck off, man. Yo, we was about to get into it. But so, what's up, caller? State your name and where you from, man.
Yo, what's up, man?
What's up?
My name is Mo.
What up,
I'm
man?
actually from Saginaw, Michigan, and I've been following y'all for a while.
No doubt. Okay. Thank you, man.
That's what's up, man. Thanks for the support.
I'm surprised I'm actually on here, like real shit, like on this live speed. This is dope.
I appreciate it, man.
Thanks for the support.
What you do for your Valentine's Day?
Yeah, I've been following y'all for a long time, but I made some hella funny ass memes on Facebook.
That sounds good to me. I mean, all that other shit, that sounds corny as fuck. But I'm like, yo, I want to see that shit.
I got up in, hey, I got up in that dash yesterday, boy. They couldn't handle me.
Okay.
So what's up? What's on your mind, dog?
No, but what I want to talk about, man, I want to talk about because I don't really like follow the like too much of like the Trump like politic thing.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Good for you. Shit.
But as far as like that whole wall things go, I just got like this deep like thought.
Okay.
And that is,
it's kind of like, you know what I'm saying, like, as far as like, you know what I'm saying, so if they do like build the wall, where are they gonna begin it?
There's
like, where's the beginning part and when is the ending part? Because you guys, Mexico is a small ass country.
The wall is pointless.
yeah, it is really pointless.
It's absolutely pointless to build the wall. They're not even worried about the wall. I have a great deal of Mexican friends, and they laugh, and a bunch of Mexicans have laughed because
it's going to be the big joke of the future. I'm gonna tell you that.
This is the 20th century, and they know what an airplane is. So you know,
they know what an airplane is. They know what a boat is. So they act like somebody can't go from Mexico all the way up to California, North California, Washington, and get off the boat over there.
If they wanted to do anything, all they had to do was hire. All they had to do was hire some more people. That would have gave some people some jobs to patrol the border and help stimulate that area. And then everything would have been cool, but it's not about that. It'll come out about what it's about later on. What all that money and all that crap. Somebody wanted a new yacht or something. It's some bullshit.
There you go. No, but I was just trying to just figure it out, man. You know, it's like this. Basically, like, I mean, they always talk about like Mexico. You know what I'm saying? Like anybody with common sense knows, like, you know what I'm saying? Like that small ass country is not fully Mexico. We all know like Texas, New Mexico, Arizona, California, Oklahoma, all that shit. It's all Mexico too. You know what I mean? So, but at the same time, I mean, if we want to be realistic about it.
We can't be realistic about it in this fucking circus, dog.
Yeah.
This is a fucking circus, dog. There's nothing, you can't apply logic to what the fuck is going on in America right now. Okay, you really can't. I mean, he just declared a state of emergency, and we don't want to make this whole show about Trump, dog. So thank you for your call, dog.
Hey man, I love y'all, man. Hey, real shit. Y'all do your thing,
dog,
real shit.
Love you, loving us, dog.
Thanks a lot, man.
Yeah, thank you for the support.
Good call.
Thank you. Magnificent call. But here's the thing, dude. You cannot be serious about America right now. I guarantee you there's people looking at America like, are you fucking serious? Wait, hold on. A bitch can just say she was raped by somebody and throw somebody in power off. Somebody, a peasant girl that make $15 an hour can go ahead and take down Bill Cosby, who gave us so much and did so much for the culture. That can happen in America. I would just go ahead and just bring up the DR, where women out there like men.
I'm glad you just said that.
They're like men. I've seen them working at the resort and all of that. The men flirt with them, and it's not sexual harassment. They actually enjoy that shit because they laughing. They not like, ha ha ha. I'm just laughing because I don't want to get fired. No, they're just like, yo, we have fun at work, man. I love this fucking job. You know what I'm saying? This shit in America, when you step outside the country, you're gonna find out how much of a circus this shit is. It's like, yo, people here are bored, so they're just making up shit, and the sheep people are just going on with that shit. They're like, oh, okay, a billionaire raped somebody. Okay, cool, because he's got to rape somebody because he can't get no. He can't get no women. With all that money, he can't even get a prostitute. Are you kidding me or what? Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, it's insane.
That's the part that trips me out with a lot of this mess going on.
Don't pay no attention to it, man.
The Bill Cosby thing. this man, I still don't understand what charge this man has that he has to go to jail for.
There's no evidence.
I know there's no evidence.
You know who came out and supported that dude?
Huh?
White female Trump supporters, man.
Yeah, I know, and it's
because the left sent out the same fucking troops to get Trump.
Unless
this is one of their weapons, dude. This is why I couldn't be pro CNN or Democrat anymore, because I seen this pattern. Once somebody get on that they don't like, they send the hoes at him. Say, yeah, he raped me. They sent a motherfucking bitch out from college from 60 years ago to take out the Supreme Court nominee.
Yeah.
from
like 50 years. Am I exaggerating?
Nope.
50 years ago. She don't remember shit.
Yeah.
She don't remember shit.
And
all I remember is that they raped me. Any more questions?
Yep.
Like, and then they tried to hashtag believe her.
Right.
Like, yo, we don't need no evidence. Just if she got a vagina, just believe it, dog. And there's a lot of motherfuckers that are like, yeah, bitches don't never lie. Bitches don't never lie.
And that's just like, and I don't know, I purposely didn't send it to you guys because so we could talk about it today. But
what is it? I can't wait.
There's a lady, girl, young woman, whatever the hell, that is suing a man for saving her life. She was drowning. She's suing him. She said he raped her. She didn't give him permission to touch her body. Thank you. I appreciate what you did, but you raped me.
Here's the thing, dog.
And this is actual. I had to go and look. And yes, if if you touch somebody without, I don't, whether in any way,
in a sexual way, why you trying to save somebody?
No. How it says it, like if I touch your skin right now, your skin ain't covered. Yes, it is rape.
To a motherfucking rabbit ass mental ill motherfucker.
And I completely understand that. But this man has a court date now.
Let me tell you why this shit gets traction.
Let them die.
Let these motherfuckers burn. We've been saying that shit since 2006, y'all. Yep. Look it up, dog. But here's the thing. When you hear shit like this from the left, from Democrats or liberals, if you will, you have to understand that these people are heavy into the blogs, into the media and everything. So if you hear about a penguin that touched a woman in a wrong way as he was walking past, all of these liberal and feminists and manginas and blue pill motherfuckers, they want clicks on their website. So what they do is they go ahead and they take the story and they try to pump it up. They try to write it up. They try to boom, put it on your Facebook page. And you like, what? A penguin did what? Let me click on that. Let me click on that right quick and see what's going on with that. And they win. Okay. Every time I see it, they be like, man, some shit happened that's just like unbelievable that happened. And you just got to click on it and see how the fuck did that happen. And then you hear the motherfucking shit, and then you just be like, yo, that's some bullshit.
Somebody get some cake, shoot.
And they get money from that.
Yeah.
Yo, let's take this call, yo. What up, caller? This is BMVTV, man. State your name. What's up?
What's up? This Big Bad Mo, y'all. What's going on?
Big Bad Mo, back in the day, man. Joe. What up, son?
Long time no hear.
Long time, bro.
So
how you
glad
been,
to see y'all back, man.
Man, it's good to see these old bros back in the game, dog. What's going on, man?
Yeah, man.
I had to call
your mind, man, bro?
Big country. My ear to see me when you just said that a man that just saved a woman, I got a court date because she said she raped him.
Look it up. Just type in "woman sues man over saving her life." It'll pop up. It is a very busty young lady, and
did he save her by the titties?
I have no clue, but you can when you watch the
motherfucking drown, man.
You can tell that this woman is mentally wrong with her.
Of course,
but
yeah,
the matter is that she's gonna win her case.
Big Bad. I bet you remember this chick. It was a chick back in the day that was giving us flack, and she was calling. This dude was like, "Good morning," and she was like, "That's sexual harassment. I'm gonna put your ass up." But then we found out that her ass was on ghetto gaggers and shit. Who was that?
Oh shit!
I'm gonna find him before the end of the show. I'm not. Somebody know. X, who the fuck is that? Man. Somebody know from back in the day. We was going back and forth with this motherfucker.
Y'all went back and
y'all
forth with a lot of
hate
people,
women.
So
y'all this, and that. And she was like, yo, she got it. There's a video out. She walked up. This dude was like working on, so he was like, good morning. She was like, nah, that's sexual harassment. Fuck you. I'm about to call the police. Blah, blah, blah.
Remember that.
You remember that?
Mm-hmm.
This bitch tried to go ahead back and forth with us. She mentally ill. These bitches is mentally ill. How could you say that? Who is
speaking of that, fellas, I got a question for you.
This bullshit, dog?
Since they said masculine is now the mental illness, when the hell we gonna get our checks?
I don't know, dog. I don't know. Give me mine. I give me my check then. I need.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm sure the couple
exactly.
I'm sure a couple of checks, dude.
I do want to check. Huh?
I'm glad you back, man. So what's new, dude?
I'm still with my beautiful wife. You know, I'm just working on my second child.
Hold it down,
wow,
man. Y'all had
beautiful.
Yeah, congrats,
y'all
man.
had go in the mountains and get
you a bomb shelter.
Get you a white Bronco,
a log cabin.
Get you like two ATVs and 2 5-gallon gas cans and a clock radio, some pork and beans and some pickle juice, and then take that shit and go to hell.
Do not forget that pickle juice, though. You don't regret
that. Pickle juice. That's all purpose. That's all purpose. All purpose pickle juice.
Really though, big
but
man.
Yeah,
dog.
I do want to address one thing though.
Man.
I don't know if y'all already talked about this, but if y'all did, I'm gonna bring it back up. I noticed, reminded that when every time a female say, y'all need to check these dudes, y'all need to check this dude, but every time we do, they come back and defend the same motherfucker that said that come back and defend. Oh, y'all just ain't get no pussy. Y'all just hating.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Yeah.
Good one.
I'm so sick of that shit. I say, you know what? Don't come to me somebody check a motherfucker's shoes. If the motherfucker you fucking like, it's the motherfucker you like.
Yep. Absolutely.
Really, just be real. Listen, man, these are the biggest hypocrites on the planet of the universe, dog. And they don't listen, they weren't raised like us because a man's honor is all that he has, his word is all that he has. So if he comes up, we're very wary of being hypocrites because that reduces our integrity. Okay. Women, they don't have this institution. They could be like, oh, okay, you being what was it this week? Colorist, you being colorist because you don't like dark-skinned women. You should like people based on their character. But at the same motherfucking time, they will not date nobody under 6 feet.
Man, please. If he got money, they'll date whoever.
And they will admit it, but not feel no type of shame from that shit. Us will be like, oh shit, man, I gotta retire from my job now. They call me. You know what I'm saying? But then, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But them, they don't have this. See, men, there's a metric for our manhood. People measure us on our integrity, what we can do, what we can provide, what we can live up to, what we say we do. All of this measured up to what type of man we are. Name a metric for a woman. Like if a woman doesn't do this, then she's less than a woman. Name it. I'll fucking wait.
Yep.
I mean, there's a bunch. But
no, name one, and I will tell you. They don't give a fuck. They don't give a fuck. Like, yo,
you
don't make sandwiches. So when I ain't
12 sandwiches,
you better
big
get
country.
your mammy to make a motherfucking sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you don't raise your kids right. Oh, they had their kids in.
Oh,
your kids is in jail.
I'm not perfect.
Your kids are in jail. I'm not perfect. He did that. His father ain't in his life and all that.
Oh, keep this out, y'all. This is the biggest fucking cop out. When the child do good and go like do something productive, like be like a LeBron James or something. I did it all by myself, but let the motherfucker go to jail. Oh, because his father wasn't there.
Right.
Right,
but then when a motherfucker go and shoot My baby ain't never did none to nobody. You know what I'm saying? Your baby done shot up a lot of people's parties.
This is
got a lot of bitches pregnant.
here.
He out here wilding. Okay, you ain't taking accountability for that. But her womanhood, there'll still be people who coming to defend her. We'll call out. You know, we've been calling bitches out for like 11 years, dog. You know that. But motherfuckers will come and tell us, try to get us off this shit, try to tell us we're hating, we're woman haters and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Rather than address the actual problem. I'm gonna sit back. Hey, bro, we gotta give somebody else a chance to go ahead, man. End it up, and then we gotta let you go, bro.
Yeah, because like I said, I had a former homegirl. You know, man, look here. Ever since she moved to Atlanta, man, her whole demeanor fucking changed.
That's
enough said on that part. She talked about, you know, she basically, you know, she pretty much like in the video, comment on video that a woman talking about, you know, these us women, you know, hold down all these men, this and that, third, and I'm like, well, what the type of guy you holding down? Is he a piece of shit? I mean, does he have a job? I mean, is he doing anything productive? It's like, well, he's just a guy with swag. And you know, she going on talk about some, well, this ain't about. I mean, we ain't about placing blame on the women here. I'm like, well, guess what? Who's the accuser?
We gotta let you go, dog. But that's a good point. We to talk about that. All right.
All right. Good to hear from y'all again, you know. In big country, stay away from the 12 sandwiches, bro.
That's what's up, bro. All right, thanks for checking in, bro. We gotta go. All right, peace.
Yeah, man. I had recently
bad motherfucking mo.
Yeah, so done. I had to recently pick one of my nephews up from the police station, one of the younger ones. And damn. They were shooting out people's car windows with this gun, this BB gun that looked like a Glock. It looked real. And
damn.
I picked them up. The police officers telling me all this stuff, and I'm like, okay, they got away with. They shot out like 60-something car windows.
Damn.
So
bored as hell.
And so they got some other vandalism pinned on them too, because of course, you know, it was all somebody shot out something. So yeah, I'm trying to talk. I'm like, dude, what is your problem? Do you not understand that they killing little boys that look like you? You got on girl jeans and you got your hood on your head. They killing y'all out here left and right. And you thought that was a smart idea to do? Yeah, you know, no, but you know, I said, you like guns? Yeah, I like guns. I said, don't know. I said, that's like somebody saying they like smoking. Nobody likes smoking. Nobody likes guns. And I told him, I said, you like guns? Take your ass and join the military. And when you have to stand beside your homeboy and watch his head get blown off, and then you come back and you tell me if you like guns or not. And the same thing with women. Women love to support this bullshit and all of this good stuff. Let this system that we have fall. Or matter of fact, it ain't even gotta fall. Let a natural catastrophe happen, like a hurricane, anything big like that. It's gonna be a bunch of women waiting in the water for some dude to come and save them. Not no woman to come and save them, but some man.
All right. Yo, what's up? What's up, caller?
Hey, peace, man. This is Wise.
State your name. Where you from?
I know the brothers are talking. Hey, peace, man. This is Wise.
Go ahead, man.
I know the brothers are talking. Oh, respect to you.
You gotta turn your shit down, though.
I've been on for a minute, man. You know, I've been a part of the Black Man movement. And
turn your shit down, dog, so we don't get that echo.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hold on. All right, is that better?
Yeah, go ahead,
that's
man.
good. That's cool.
Okay, yeah. I've been on YouTube, Facebook for a minute. Matter of fact, I saw a whole bunch of stuff about what you are talking about now when it wasn't as popular back in the day. Yep. I'm not sure if you all remember me, Wise Nubian, but you know, I'm going to just let you know where I'm coming from. We as men, we have to remember, man, we living in not only a matriarch society where unfortunately women of color seem to be trying to control everything we think and do and dictate what a woman is and how we should think. Three things you got to remember that, you know, we need to set aside. They can never tell us how to be men because they don't know how to be men. They can never tell us how we need to pick what we need. And unfortunately, this may come off negative, but I'm being real. A woman in this society is basically deemed a prostitute. Everything she wants is based on you pay, you give, you cow down to her, you serve her, and she'll make a decision whether she likes it or not. We have to stop that nonsense. We have to stop allowing these females to control us like that. And that's how we can balance ourselves off as heterosexual men. Okay, we are demonized for being heterosexual, definitely being the man of color. And then we are put in the category and we have a certain type of selection that we wish to have over the nonsense that these females perpetuate for us to participate in. And that is the problem with our men of color.
Yep, absolutely.
What's your name, dog? I ain't catch that shit. Screen name, whatever, man. Damn, what happened? We lost him? Yo! I think we lost him, dude.
Good, Kirk. This is a great call, though.
That was an excellent motherfucking call. You got something to say about that?
I mean, valid point. You know what I mean?
Super valid point.
Valid point, man.
Super valid point. This is the thing that's what's going on. And today, what I feel, and y'all go ahead and chime in on this. Masculinity is under attack. It seems that exactly when I saw the Gillette commercial, it kind of solidified the shit. Mm-hmm. Like anything, like what is toxic masculinity?
I was trying,
but it came out to be however a man's nature, however he walks. Somebody, feminist is gonna be like, oh, I can't stand, man. You know what I'm saying? I can't get him to act like I want him to act.
Why?
You know what I'm saying?
Appreciate it, dog.
So here's the thing, man. This is what it's boiled down to. And you know, through history and what he just to piggyback off what he was saying, man. Back in the day, before all this shit, before the women is equal to blah blah blah, women had to depend on men to live. So they had to go ahead and quell these devilish thoughts. But when society went ahead and accommodated this delusion that men and women are equal, this is what happened to society. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with being masculine. Okay,
absolutely not.
And I feel like we are like the last of the Mohicans, so to say, when it comes to that, because we were raised by men who grew up in the civil rights era. You know what I'm saying? We were raised by men who actually had to be men. They couldn't wear skinny jeans and be respected.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You know, that might sound like some old man shit right there, but you got to understand that's exactly where we coming from. You know what I'm saying? So this shit, hell yeah, he was spitting some fire.
He was.
Right,
you know
what I'm saying? And we should never ever, there was some people that called in that was like, I'm sorry. People be like, I'm sorry for calling them bitches and I'm sorry for saying what I got to say and all of this. This is BMVTV, dog. You can say whatever the fuck you want to say.
This is the
reason why we did this shit right here back in 2008, because there was no source that we saw where guys like us can talk freely.
Yeah.
You never saw that in any type of media because somebody was mad or they was worried that they were going to burn the bridge with the gays, or they were going to burn the bridge with women, or their career was not going to advance because they spoke the truth. You know what I'm saying? We had that autonomy to do that because we don't give a fuck about being famous or being rich or nothing like that. We all live nice lives right now. I mean, fuck, look out the fucking window. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you like this, man, fellas, you got to really stop giving a shit about what these women say, think, or feel.
Amen.
I mean, they're not God. You know, they're not the overseer or whatever you want to call it. Like, you got to live your life according to what you know and believe is right and keep it at that. Right? And if they don't appreciate that and respect that, you don't want that kind of company around you anyway.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, for real, because...
And we need to start talking about that more, dog.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, that's just where it's at, man. Don't second guess your morals and shit like that for a female. I mean, really. These chicks will leave you tomorrow, man, be with somebody else the next day.
Yeah, I was just about to say that.
And not even be embarrassed about how hypocritical they are.
Yeah, so,
they'll be like, I need a good man, and then roll with the scumbag the next day, and then just be like, oh, you just mad because I roll with
a woman. You will be married to a woman for 50 years, and she will drop your ass in the next week be with another man and be married to him and all that stuff.
How could you base your personality or your manhood on?
So that's why
something
it's
that's
extremely
so stupid like
extremely important to stand on your manhood. Stand on that shit, dude.
Even when it hurts,
even when it hurts,
even when they all coming at you,
you'll start second guessing yourself. Think, oh, maybe I could have did this better, or maybe I could have been more sensitive. Nah. Men are a certain way for a reason, and women are a certain way for a reason. And what that woman say to me, because she was trying to make an excuse for the women who don't raise children up to be, oh, we're learning too. And no, you're not learning too, because you're supposed to be, your family was supposed to do what they were supposed to do and teach you. So when you had your children, you knew what to do. So you're not supposed to be learning how to be a mom. When you supposed to already had learned that shit in a good family. Somebody shorted you out too. So when it comes to things, men, we especially men of color, we get the last end of the stick. So it's extremely important, and like let's just say it. Some of this shit will hurt, and you will start second guessing yourself because you want to live a nice, happy life, and you would like it to have a woman and to have children and do all this stuff. You would like all of that stuff, but at what cost? At what cost? Me and Legend, we lost home team, and the first thing I thought about when Legend told me,
rest in peace, old school,
that home team passed away. I said his damn wife drove that man crazy. Y'all don't know. It'll take a little while to explain some of the demonic crap that the lady put this man through. But don't let it happen to you. Yeah. Don't stress yourself out and die later because you're trying to prove your love. And women, I don't know how many times women, oh, you a man, you're supposed to try. I'm not supposed to do shit. If I can't give you a compliment and you can't recognize it, or if I can't say thank you and you can't see that I'm literally saying thank you, or if I can't, I shouldn't have to put on. I'm not a pimp. I'm not about to drop lines. I ain't never been that drop a line dude. I ain't never. Hello, how you doing? I try to be a gentleman.
I ain't never been.
I try to be a gentleman. I ain't never been that dude. If that can't get your attention, I don't need to deal with you. I'm sorry.
Real recognize real.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just really can't do it. I have been struggling. My blood, I was on anxiety pills. These two don't even know.
Don't fucking do that, man.
I don't even take them no more because
it's not even worth it.
I be trying to control my rudeness, and then I'd be like, "Wait, you're not really rude. You just defending yourself from a sick ass situation or an ill situation. You're not being rude. You're not being mean. You're not being anything. Nope. That's something that you don't feel that is right. I'm trying to defend myself for. So, fellas, do the same thing.
Really?
If your blood pressure sky high and you got to get anxiety pills out, dude, you in the wrong
fucking wrong.
You're in the wrong situation.
Yeah, fucking wrong. Tell you, man.
I don't care how much you think you love that chick and how much good the booty is and any of that shit. You are in the very wrong situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna tell you, man. To piggyback on what Big Country was saying, you know what I'm saying? I mean, look, there's a price for everything. Everything has its cost. Look, everybody just does not get it. No. So
you need to figure out.
We realized that a long time ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if you are a good person or you're doing whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying, to make it through life, man, that person is supposed to help you through it.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If there's anything outside of that, why would you give it a second thought? At that point, it's a distraction. There is no in between. Like here in America, man, they tell you all the time that couples argue and all that shit. That's normal. That is normal. Dysfunctional. It's dysfunctional.
Dysfunction.
I'm gonna tell you like this:
normal.
Your woman's supposed to choose a man that's smart, that has honor, integrity, and things like that.
And then
right?
She's supposed to be choosing somebody that is gonna get her to her goal.
Right. So with that being said, why the fuck is she gonna argue with you?
Right. Yeah. Absolutely.
When you say something, because here's the thing: 99.9% of a man's protection is verbally.
That's why I always say it
to his woman verbally.
It's not physically.
So when she argues with that,
believe what she does and believe
right.
what
So when she argues with that, she's not allowing you to protect her.
She don't respect what you say.
Right. She's not allowing you to protect her. Right. Whether she realizes it or not. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, you're pretty much no good in that situation. Arguments are not normal. It's dysfunctional.
Exactly. I always thought that if you were with somebody who had the same dream, let's just say I met Shorty and we both wanted to get a house. We both wanted children. We both wanted to decorate a Christmas tree and go to Italy for the summer and shit like that. You know what I'm saying? I don't understand how many arguments we could have if we both on the same page. I've recognized a pattern of in relationships when people have arguments, they're not on the same page. Somebody wants something and somebody wants something else. Somebody's being selfish.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Because if we both going to the store and you mad because we going to the store because you wanted to stop off at the park. I'm like, yo, the park was never part of the plan. Real recognize real, dude.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I come up with the stupidest analogies. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm working on that shit. But that's what it is, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it's so simple to me. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, but if you want to go this way, come on, find somebody that's going this way.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you fuck with somebody going this way if you're not going this way? Because you have ulterior motives. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, okay, I'll give you an example. I'm doing good. I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to, I don't know, get married or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Have children for the future or whatever. You know what I'm saying? And we have arguments about you going shopping. We have arguments about how we never do nothing, but the budget, that whatever you want to do is not in the budget.
Right.
These are the type of arguments that people have in relationships that are not supposed to be together. In my opinion, dude. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like, but then you go ahead and you start to understand female nature is very selfish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's like what they want. If a female wants family life, you good, dog. You really good. Yep. You know what I'm saying? But if a female wants good life for herself and you're just a means to an end, there's going to be conflict.
Yeah, you're done.
You're going to go ahead and try. Should I acquiesce? Am I mad? Should I just go along with her, stop the argument and this, and that? Next thing you know, you get divorced or dumped or some shit because you're not good enough.
Yep. Whole life torn
apart. Look, a perfect analogy and legend. Big country. I told you guys this before. A perfect analogy is an infant baby driving a car in the middle of town. You try to come along and grab the wheel, and the baby spazzes out and throws a tantrum.
And we like, why are you bothering that baby?
Because you're trying to save the kid and everybody else from being ran over. Mm-hmm. And the kid is pissed off and calling you controlling for trying to save the kid's life. That's pretty much your typical ideology of most women.
Yeah.
Because they don't understand the cost or the price that they're going to pay until they actually pay it. Big country, you said it years ago, women don't get it until they go through it. Yeah. And a lot of them, even then, it still doesn't click.
That's a child.
No, they won't.
So, that's a child. You tell a child, you got to go to sleep at 8:00 every night.
They don't know nothing about it.
But if you don't go to sleep at 8:00 every night, your growth is gonna be stunted.
I try to explain to my son,
but they don't understand your growth is gonna be stunted until your growth is stunted.
The snow days, he was like, he was happy he was off school, and I'm like, why are you happy you off school? I said, you're not learning nothing. Well, I'm like, dude, I said, when you get older, I'm saying you can ask, if you don't believe your father, I said, you can ask anybody, any grown adult that wish they could, everybody wish they can go back and do grade school and high school and all that shit over again. I didn't tell them shit, but they all, and the same thing with these women, they just don't get it until it's over with. A woman will be, because the women have too many options. Women raise little boys up to cater to them.
So they think.
And they keep, and this is why men, we have to start making way better choices in who we lay down with and have children with. So because the women they're not paying attention to it. So we had to watch who we have children with. So women don't raise up little boys, especially little.
Here's the thing, dude. Name one female. I don't know. Whenever I hear about the baby daddy and the baby mama, they never sat down and say, hey, okay, we're at this table, not me and you. We're sitting at this table, and okay, let's have a baby. You know what I'm saying? Let's go ahead. Let's have this family. Let's have this family. That shit never happens, dog. But yet they will blame it on the guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, if you out here fucking raw, okay, and you're female, you don't want to have a baby, there's a plethora of birth control for you.
Mm-hmm.
So if you come up pregnant, then that means you want to be pregnant. And then we got to ask why you wanted to be pregnant without being married first. We got to ask that. You know what I'm saying? There is a set plan. They are banking. Here's the thing, dude. We have a psychological, instinctual urge to mate. We have to.
Yeah.
Or the human race will disappear. Men have to procreate. Okay? Women, they like, I don't know. I'm not, that's tangent. But here's the thing. The entities out today, they bank on that because we can't control that. There will be pop-ups on your website saying, hey, here's girls that you can fuck for free. Hey, do you want to see a naked girl? Do blah, blah, blah. Here's this, here's that. Here's prostitutes. Hey, I actually really like you. Hey, do you want to pay for my stream? Hey, you know what I'm saying? There's all this shit coming at a man that's banking off your natural instinct to procreate.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So every time I see somebody on Facebook, Instagram, or something that is, dude, we are you calling and we are way past the shit. Well, we gonna answer your call, okay? Every time you see, yo, caller, hold on for a second. Hey, yo, every time you see a female that is projecting sex at you, she is trying to bring you in and bait you into doing what the fuck she wants you to do, whether it's give money or get married or have a relationship or whatever. They know they could draw you in. We can't help it. I can't help it. I see titties, I see ass and shit like that. Damn, I don't know what happened. Yo, hello, caller.
Yeah, yes, I'm here. I was just listening to you, brother, because I called again and I don't want to interrupt, but I just wanted to ask some things because it was important when I was sharing with you.
Hey, yo,
that's
dog,
okay.
we are 6 minutes over, so make it quick, dog.
Oh, I apologize. Okay,
no,
real quick, brother.
Man. Go ahead.
If you look overseas and anywhere else in the entire world, everybody have a culture. If you go to Japan, 98% of them people over there are into their culture. And you come to their culture, you learn their language, you learn their way, you participate in their way of life. So me saying this is like, this is how we have to take control of our people again. Men of color have to be in control of who we are, what we do, and teach our young men of color like that. You got to understand that they have cut our penises off in this society. They have took the men of color and turned them into whatever they want to do because they given the control to the so-called black woman. In order to take that back, we have to make decisions on what type of woman we want, write down a list and keep it to that list and don't have nothing fake, phony about it, and don't let them try to dictate to you what you got to do for them and reverse that back to the way it is. Yeah. You remember back in the day when we were young boys, we used to play and we didn't want no girls around us because we know they're going to lead us off into some BS when we having fun being young boys.
I'm still feeling that shit right now, though.
Yeah, you got that right.
We don't want no girls here. I'm banning, we banning chicks off the Facebook like every day, yo. Y'all can't come in this space. Yo, y'all go to BlackMenVent.com/forums. There's no women going to be down.
Yeah, they be kicking me off Facebook so much, brother.
Hey, yo, thanks for the call, dog. We about to comment on that. But yo, the thing about what he just said is that other people have cultures. This is America. Nobody was here except the Native Americans, and this tequila's kicking in. But yo, nobody was here but the Native. If you go to any other country, if you go to China, you walk down the street, 98.99 people is Chinese.
Right.
They all look the same. But here we have a special place in the world. If you go down,
but you know what? If you go to Chinatown right now,
that's Chinatown in America.
Okay, if you go to Little Italy in America.
If you go to Little Italy, that's in America. Here's my point, though. Okay, if you go to South America, Peru or whatever, 99.9 of the people in there is Peru. Everybody look like each other. You know what I'm saying? But here is the melting pot, and this is why a lot of people have a problem with Trump, is because everybody here is from somewhere else. Okay, it don't matter if you came here from slavery, or if you came here from religious prosecution, or you came here for money or whatever. Everybody here did not come from here. Okay, this is why a lot of people got a problem with Trump, because this is America, the melting pot. All of our cultures are in here together. When people talk about cultural, what is it called? Cultural appropriation or something like that, get the fuck out of here. If you talk about white women wearing braids and shit, and you mad about that shit, you better stop eating Chinese food. You better stop eating pizza.
Don't do nothing but what your background says you for you to do.
If you black, you better start wearing a grass skirt.
All these black women, I know a gang of black women that cannot stand white women, but yet they will have blonde
hair like a motherfucker,
or blonde hair.
Hypocrites to the core.
Stop.
Hypocrites to the core.
Stop. Don't
hold on, dude. Let's end it up. Let's because we way over.
We end up. Let me say this real quick, so we can end it up.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with evolution.
No,
nothing wrong with it at all.
Nope.
But people need to understand. You know, there were things put in place that work very well. If you are going to tear something down because of whatever you think is correct or whatever the hell, you have to be prepared to replace it with something else, because it was a system already working and working very well. Yeah. I try to explain to people for 50 million years. There was no such thing as cell phones and all type. People were married for 50 years, ain't talked to each other all day, but people will get divorced because somebody ain't called them at lunchtime. Just think about it. If you want to complain about something or whatever, about a system that was working, okay, you want to change something, that's not a problem. Just make sure you replace it with something that works.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. Why is good call, but in all honesty, man, that would never work. Because our women,
it's ambitious.
Our women are against us.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly. And they are raising the children with the ideology that they have now. When you look at the black community, you're looking at the mindset, the reflection of the mindset of the black woman.
Mm-hmm.
Plain and simple. So they're raising the boys to hate themselves, to not know their own self-worth or value, and they're raising the women to basically oppose their men.
Yep.
For an example, black women are the only women that identify with their men in racial demeaning terms that their slave masters used against them. They call us niggers every day, even on TV. You don't see any other race of women using racial slurs to identify with their own.
Never
men.
hear a Mexican woman calling her guys spick.
Right. So
never.
So with that being said, you got a small percentage of us.
That doesn't even sound.
You know what I'm saying? Who do
so
get it.
Ignorant. That shit is so ignorant.
Well, mainly it identifies a lack of respect and appreciation.
Super duper
simple, because they don't call men of other races that at all, right? But I mean, you have a small percentage of us who get it, but it's not nearly enough. And most of the brothers who get it, they've already opted out of the race anyway.
Hell yeah!
You know
if you're smart, if you're smart,
yeah, it'll never change, man. I mean, think about it, dude. These people, look, these people enslaved us. They just took down the white only signs, barely 50 years ago.
Right, barely.
And our women run right back to these same people and give them complete power over their families. You don't see any other race of people doing that. So
none.
It's a wrap, man.
No, it's a wrap.
Don't even waste your time trying to even figure that out. It's already
seriously, yo, that shit is disturbing, man. It's disturbing when I hear, like people who are supposed to be black empowered and all of that shit talk about how we should be uplifting like black women are God, when we know that that's blasphemous to me. It's blasphemous.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, yo, we know that sperm is alive and that eggs are not, and that you need sperm to fertilize an egg. I should not have to explain this to grown motherfuckers, dog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This is the world that I live in, and this is the type of shit that pisses me off, dog. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear about, like your boy RZA talking about, oh, these black men, these black women protested for you.
Mm-hmm.
They held up signs for you.
I don't understand when this happened.
They did it when what was dude from Ferguson?
Mike Brown.
They was holding up signs. They was like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Stop killing our brothers and blah, blah, blah. But at the same time, man, they went back to the same institution that's doing all this bullshit to us and asked for their assistance at fucking the same people they're supposed to be protesting for.
Yep.
That shit drives me fucking crazy, dog. Like, wow, how come people don't see this hypocrisy?
Yep.
Like, yo, they shot that man in his back. He was scared because he had a warrant, because he had a child support warrant. He didn't want to go back to jail. Tell me, which one of you motherfuckers want to go back to jail?
Oh, go to jail the first time.
He was like, yo, I'm going to get away. I'm not going to die today.
Yep.
Do you think he sat down with old Graham was like, yo, I want to have let's have a family. And then all of a sudden he was like, fuck the goddamn family. I'm running, man. Fuck you. You know what I'm saying? That's what they want you to think black men is about. So they can justify their bad decisions.
Yep.
And say we way over this next show type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
This is the next week type shit. I'm gonna stop right there. Thank you for coming out tonight. You know what I'm saying? Make sure you hit BlackMenVent.com. The window for everything is there. The Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook, donations. And I've been fucking forgetting the last 3 weeks. We have the Amazon wish list.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's Mr. Legend. Go ahead on Amazon, Mr. Legend. We don't have too much shit up on there now. We don't know what to ask for, man, because we're poor anyway. So yeah, you know what I'm saying? Help us out and make this shit. Yo, we just found out how to make this shit look a little bit better. All right.
Don't forget to hit that like button.
Yeah, hit the like button. Hit everybody up, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was just telling the brothers this week, man, like we should have way more people looking at this shit, than we do. You know what I'm saying? So what's up to y'all, man? You know what I'm saying?
Spread the word, man.
Let's make some movements.
Interact, drop comments, get conversations going, do everything. It don't matter. Just do it all.
Exactly. We're here to start the narrative. We started the narrative back in 2006. Okay. Because before then, everybody was scared to talk about black women or what the fuck is going on in our culture because the problem wherein had lied in some of these people in our culture. Mm-hmm. Okay. So now that we're talking about it, it's wide the fuck open. All right. Let's make some progress. All right. This is BlackMenVentTV for this week, man. Thank y'all for coming out. Salute. All right. And we're going to holler at y'all next week. All right, then.
Peace.
Peace out. Thank y'all. Hey.